Chapter 8. What is past is past. As Dorian was sitting at breakfast next morning, Basil Hallward came into the room. "I am so glad I have found you, Dorian," he said. "I came to your house last night, and they told me you were at the opera. Of course, I knew that was impossible. I spent a dreadful evening, half afraid that one tragedy could be followed by another. Why didn't you telegraph for me when you heard of it first? I read of it quite by chance in a newspaper. I came here at once and didn't find you. I can't tell you how heartbroken I am about the whole thing. I know what you must suffer. But where were you? Did you go down and see the girl's mother? For a moment, I thought of following you there. Poor woman, and her only child, too. What did she say about it all?" "My dear Basil, how do I know?" answered Dorian Gray, drinking some wine from a delicate glass and looking dreadfully bored. "I was at the opera. I met Lady Gwendolen, Harry's sister, for the first time. She is perfectly charming. Don't talk about horrid subjects. Besides, Sybil was not the woman's only child. There is a son, a charming boy, but he is not on the stage. He is a sailor or something. And now tell me about yourself and what you were painting." "You went to the opera," said Hallward, speaking very slowly and with a touch of pain in his voice. "You went to the opera while Sybil Vane was lying dead. You can talk to me of other women." "Stop, Basil, I won't hear it," cried Dorian, jumping to his feet. "You must not tell me about things. What is done is done. What is past is past." "You call yesterday the past." "I just don't want to be at the mercy of my emotions. I want to use them, to enjoy them, and to dominate them." "Dorian, this is horrible. Something has changed you completely. You look exactly the same wonderful boy who, day after day, used to come down to my studio to sit for his picture. But you were simple, natural, and kind then. You were the most unspoiled creature in the whole world. Now I don't know what has happened to you. You talk as if you had no heart, no pity in you. It is all Harry's influence, I see that." The lad stood up and came to the window. "I don't know what you want." "I want the Dorian Gray I used to paint," said the artist sadly. "Basil," said the lad, going over to him and putting his hand on his shoulder, "you have come too late. Yesterday, when I heard that Sybil Vane had killed herself—" "Killed herself? Is there no doubt about that?" cried Hallward, looking up at him with a horror. "My dear Basil, surely you don't think it was an accident? Of course she killed herself." The elder man hid his face in his hands. "How terrible," he said. "No," said Dorian Gray. "There's nothing terrible about it. It is one of the great romantic tragedies of the age. As a rule, actors lead the most common lives. They are good husbands or wives. How different Sybil was. She lived her finest tragedy. She was always a heroine. The last night she played, the night you saw her, she acted badly because she knew she had known the reality of love. When she knew its unreality, she died. She passed again into the sphere of art. But you must not think I have not suffered. If you had come in yesterday at about 5:30, you would have found me in tears. Even Harry, who brought me the news, had no idea what I was going through. I suffered. Then it passed away. I cannot repeat an emotion. To become the spectator of one's own life, as Harry says, is to escape the suffering of life. I know you are surprised at my talking to you like this. You have not realized how I have developed. I was a schoolboy when you knew me. I am a man now. I have new passions, new thoughts, new ideas. I am different. But you must not like me less. I am changed. But you must always be my friend. Of course, I am very fond of Harry. But I know that you are better than he is. You are not strong. You are too much afraid of life. But you are better. And how happy we used to be together. Don't leave me, Basil, and don't quarrel with me. I am what I am. There is nothing more to be said. The painter felt strangely moved. There was so much in him that was good, so much in him that was noble. Well, Dorian, he said at last, with a sad smile, I won't speak to you again about this horrible thing after today. I only trust your name won't be mentioned in connection with it. The inquest is to take place this afternoon. They don't know my name, he answered. But surely she did. Only my Christian name, and that I am quite sure she never mentioned to anyone. She told me once that they were all curious to learn who I was, and that she told them my name was Prince Charming. It was pretty of her. You must do me a drawing of Sybil, Basil. I should like to have something more of her than the memory of a few kisses. I will try and do something, Dorian, if it would please you, but you must come and sit to me yourself again. I can't get on without you. I could never sit to you again, Basil. It is impossible, he cried out. The painter looked at him with a surprise. My dear boy, what nonsense! Do you mean to say you don't like what I did of you? Where is it? Why have you pulled the screen in front of it? Let me look at it. It is the best thing I have ever done. Do take the screen away, Dorian. Why are you hiding the picture?